understand the science of relationships. It is not just the phenomena of the mind, it's a phenomena of the body. Do not collapse relationships. Please understand. Do not illogically collapse relationships. It will directly affect some part of your body. Unless you are logically completely convinced that this relationship can't be maintained, this is going to be abusive, it is going to be disturbing and disrupting your life, don't collapse any relationship. That is why I always insist, when people come to me asking they want to break their family, they want to go for divorce, I tell them, wait for some more time. They say, no, Swamiji, anyhow I have decided, I can't live with her, I can't live with him, better let me break now. Why torture? I tell them, no. If you are tortured, your muscle memory and biomemory will strongly start believing this is more disruptive, this is not the way you want to live. Then if you break, you will not have any physical diseases. But before your biomemory or muscle memory is convinced, only when your head, the mind is convinced, if you break, the collapsing will simply turn into a disease inside you. That is why I insist, wait for some more time. Whether your muscle memory or biomemory changes your decision or it is going to support your decision, let's see. Let us see how your mind is able to continue. Here, many parts of the Arjuna's biomemory is shivering because they are going to die. When Drona dies, naturally the biomemory of Arjuna's shoulder has to die. The strength in Arjuna's shoulder has to disappear. When Bhishma dies, the tremendous energy he gets by social commitment, the parental conditioning has to die. When Saguni dies, when Karna dies, the tremendous energy he gets by the anger and violence has to die. Understand, when your enemy is dead, there is nobody to invoke energy in you. If you are driven only by anger and violence. Naturally, a Kshatriya like Arjuna, surely much of his energy is from anger and violence. Anger and violence is at least fuel for majority of his biomemory. That is his petrol tank. That is his fuel. So even if the enemy is dead, some part of you is going to die. Something is going to disappear. Now he is facing the naked reality. Please understand, Many times you think, what is there? If that situation comes, I'll face it. But when it comes, you understand the weight of that situation, the gravity of the situation. All courage, valor, power of Arjuna is suddenly disappearing. He feels he did not plan for it. There was a man who would regularly pray to God that he wins the lottery. One day he was abusing God. What is this for so many years? I am praying to you. And I am doing all kinds of prayers, all forms of worships. From pouring milk to the showing camphor. All the puja, all the homa. Why? I am not winning a lottery. God was tired of hearing his abusal. He just appeared and said, "Fool, why don't you buy a lottery ticket at least for once?" He was running his life without even planning. Arjuna is not able to face the situation he has invoked upon himself. The power of relationships are so strong. Arjuna is not able to handle it. I tell you, every relationship plays certain role in your inner space. Not just the people who brought you up or who spent time with you. Even ordinary person who gave you one meal, one piece of cloth, one day shelter. Even they all play some role in your muscle memory. Somebody who gave you food one day, if he dies, at least one day your muscle memory will be shrunk, will not be alive, active. When you give just one meal or one piece of cloth or even one flower to the master, the connection becomes so strong. Especially if a lot of feelings, emotions, sacred sentiments associated with that offering. Krishna says in the Gita, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam. Just one fruit, one flower, or one leaf. With the sacred sentiments, with sacred feelings is enough. A relationship with fire, however small it is, burns you completely. You can't say, no, only a small matchstick was put on my cloth. Even if it's a small matchstick, it burns you. Same way, even if it's one small flower offered, it just makes your whole being alive. In my experience, I have seen many times, when people bring something, I'll see if there is a lot of sacred sentiments, emotions, devotion associated to it. Even the object, I will see it as too big. Actually, I eat only that emotions which is brought. I may not eat that, whatever they brought physically, but when I touch, I swallow their sacred sentiments. I enjoy the devotion with which they brought. Whether it is some sweet or a flower or a cloth or just a paduka, anything. When I touch, I accept the emotion which is huge sitting on that object with every action. Some form or other relationship gets built in your life. If that relationship is with a normal man, it kills you even while you are alive. If it is with enlightened being, it keeps you alive even when you are dead.